All right, it is 9:03. Now it is time for our first live guest of the morning. So 1 week from today, Greensboro artist is set to debut his first ever solo show. For 4 days, this will be available for viewing at the Greensboro Project Space.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Joining us now is the artist, Greg Hausler. He shares his creations under the name, I love this name, Wonky Star Studios. Good morning, Greg. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you. And I hope to see all of you out there for the show. I think, yes, it's going to be very exciting. And I am, of course, very excited. The Wonky Star, by the way, comes from my wife. She's a glass artist. And a Wonky Star is a quilting pattern. It's an 8-pointed, irregularly shaped star. And I just thought it spoke to me.
Oh, we're glad that you brought that up. Now, we know that you've had 40 years of experience. So, wow, that is a long time that you have been painting. Tell us a little bit how you got your start.
Well, it was something that I didn't do with any intention of, making a career of. And I'm still in the process of working on making it a career. But it was just an expression that I needed to do. Just one of those things. Some kids draw, some kids sing. I painted, and then I went to school actually for engineering, and turned out I didn't like it. And it was my father that suggested that you paint. Why don't you do that? And that started the journey. My work is kind of unique in that I use textiles and fabric and found objects. And to jump to the next question, perhaps, the reason I do that or started doing that was because I was broke. Canvas is expensive, and I thought, clothing, fabric, they're all fabric.
Right.
And that just has kind of grown. What I like about it now, and what I've grown to like it even more, is that it adds to the story of the artwork. Everybody has their favorite T-shirt, and remember all the stories with that T-shirt. So even though you may see that shirt in my work, or a collar of the shirt or something like that, there's a background story there. Plus, I really like the textures. A number of especially abstract artists use like palette knives to impose textures. Well, with the fabric, especially depending on weave of the fabric and the material, it builds in that for me. And you can see from the paintings behind me. Unfortunately, because they are so high relief, seeing them in a picture or a video like this, you really don't get the feeling, and you don't get to kind of dig in. This one here actually has some unique items on it, like a kitchen sponge, but I doubt that you see it from there.
No, we cannot tell, although we were showing some of the video of your process of the different layers that you do over those fabrics, and it is so incredible to see the finished product and not be able to know what it started out as, but I'm sure you can really tell in person. So let's talk about this solo show that you have going on this coming week. So what can guests look forward to there? How are you feeling having your first ever solo show after such a long career?
Oh, I am super pumped, of course. Super pumped. And I'm going to be displaying like more than 30 works in the show. So, like any artist, dancer, singer, whatever, nobody wants to perform in an empty room. So I'm very grateful that you're interviewing me so that I can help promote it. The show is at the Greensboro Project Space, which is something that I'll obviously plug right now. It's part of the University of North Carolina School of the Arts program, and it's a really cool thing in that they allow their students and faculty to display their creative work outside of the campus. And fortunately for me, they also, in the off times, allow local artists to use the space. It's in the bottom of the wonderful Dixie building, and it's on February 1 Street that runs along the old Woolworth building on Elm Street. So I'm very excited also in the fact that it's during the week that the North Carolina Folk Festival will be on. So of course, I'm looking forward to having people walk by Elm Street and pop in and not only get to hear music from artists, but get to see visual art from artists. So going to be very exciting. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing all three of you there.
I'm looking forward to seeing, this work in person.
It's really cool just kind of seeing the creative process.
Yeah.
As you're talking, we're showing some images of this going on. You know, a lot of artists create for themselves, their own expression. Others kind of create for the people who are observing it in the first place. Where are you with that, and what is your hope that people take away from your artwork?
Well, the worst thing that can happen, I think, with a piece of artwork is for somebody to just kind of walk by and that's it. I want to, whether it's positive or negative, I want to have some sort of impact and pause. And if I've accomplished that, then I've done, you know, what I've set out to do. Art, and I think especially painting, is kind of a selfish venture. I mean, the brunt of it you do alone. And so normally, of course, you know, you want people to appreciate it, but a lot of the joy that I get is from the creative process. And then the rest of it is an affirmation. And then it's like almost a child. You put it out into the world and you let it become what it becomes. An example I like to give is that I can create a painting with a particular subject matter in mind. I don't know, a Christmas theme. I don't do that, but let's just say, for argument's sake, a Christmas theme. Or a landscape, even better. Now, somebody purchases that piece of artwork and they put it, say, in their den. And that family has meals, of course, there, Thanksgiving meals. The parent that owns it may pass on and give that piece of artwork to, you know, one of their children. The story, even though it may be a landscape and it may have meaning to me, the story takes on a completely different spin because what it means to the person that sees it is a reflection and memory of all of those wonderful dinners that they've had with their parents. So the artwork takes its own story on, and I think that's one of the exciting things about the art, that everybody looks at it and gets their own interpretation. I've got some wonderful retired neighbors, and although it's not my intention, I don't paint particularly religious work, she sees religion in it. She sees, you know, a higher being. She sees God in it and stuff like that. And I think that's just so cool. And it's really neat for me to see how people interpret the story, because the paintings are all stories.
I like that. Greg, that is all the time we have for now, but we sure enjoyed speaking with you this morning. And for everyone at home, you can check out Greg's solo art show starting next Tuesday, September 5th. It will be on display at the Greensboro Project Space. That's on February 1 place there in the Gate City. It'll go until September 9th. So to learn more about Greg's artistry, just visit his website, wonkystarstudios.com, or follow along on his Instagram.